What's up, RC4L squad? Mike back with another video, and as you can see, we got the big rock out. We don't need this body for what we're doing today, guys, and today we got some upgrade parts we're gonna slap on this bad boy, but really what the video is about is the M2C 3472 Hex Adapter kit. Now this isn't a new part, this thing's been around for years. I just thought with the refresh of the 223S line from the older 3S, the need for this may arise again and be more popular today. So I just wanted to do a quick video on installing these things. So what this does is opens up a whole array of options of different tires. As many knows, Arrma uses a 14mm hex, which is pretty unique. With the 2 to 3S line though, they do give you a set of 12mm hexes and pins that you could just swap on, and that will give you a lot more option of tires too. But guys really like to go 17mm, especially when bashing, and that's where this is a good option. Now there's other options. This isn't the only option, so please by all means don't think that this is the only option. It's not. Arrma makes a set. You can buy what they use in the Typhons, and that'll give you a 17mm hex. It wouldn't be wider like this is, but that'll do it too. And there's other companies out there. You can surely get on Amazon and find some hot racing products that will do the same thing. But for me, it's M2C, and this is super trick how this goes on, and I love their Sherlock wheel nuts, and this comes with this. So I guess I got some other upgrades, but this video is about that. But we are going to get the M2C 3793 chassis brace for the Big Rock 2 to 3S. It fits the Typhon, the Sinton, they're all the same chassis. We also got a Hitec servo to put in it. This is the DB961WP in camouflage. This is new for this year. There'll be links for all this stuff in the description. And I've already got the motor mount installed from M2C in here, and I also went ahead and did the 6S hinge pin mod. Can't really see in there because it's inside, but it's got the A and D retainers from M2C and 6S hardened pins. I got these TLR tuned shocks on this thing, front and rear. And let me tell you guys, I literally got these from Jenny's and just slapped them on. I didn't even crack them open. And I really like where it's at right now. I will give it a run and see how it goes. Maybe need to do some tuning, but until I get them on and get it going, we'll see where it's at. Also got a 2400 kV motor. I do have a 4S Spectrum ESC for this. I got my receiver the other day, so we'll be able to do that. I don't have the Garage Life Servo Saver kit for this. I do need to get that coming, and I need to get some more straps because I don't have any of the proper length straps. So let me get the wheels off this thing, guys, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, guys, so got the wheels off. And you can see the 14mm hex on here. So it does have a grub screw holding it on. So basically you're just going to loosen that up. Get my Okay guys, so I'll do this one so you can see. Now this is a 1.5 mil, and you just take this little nut loose, and that pulls the whole hex off of the axle stub, and the pin will probably fall out. So let's get a knife. Need to be able to cut this bad boy. So now that you just putting that pin back in, guys. Now that you have the wheel hex off, you can just pop this wheel hex on. I'll take the lug nut off. There ain't no sense in having that on. And it's all grooved out for that pin. And they got these little barrels. That's just a 7mm or an 8mm. Nope, it's a 7. So just like the stock wheel hex. Now, you definitely want Loctite on this, guys. I'm actually going to pull that off and put Loctite right on my axle. Now, I'm putting a good little bit of it on. I don't want this to back off later. And then you just thread this on. Tighten it up. Grab a pair of pliers or something to... Figures are all the way at the bottom of the pile. And tighten her down. And now it's ready for a 17mm wheel. So real quick, guys, let me just cut this off. I'm going to get all 4 of them done, and then we'll talk about the 17mm wheels that we're going to put on it. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got all the hexes on. They look phenomenal. And I'm just going to put back on my Proline Badlands. So I had 14mm hex adapters, or the wheel adapters for the Prolines. Now, another reason to get these hex adapters in my mind is because the offset for the wheel is different. So I feel like when I put this 17mm on, I'm going to be in about the same spot I was before. As far as width goes, I should be about the same. Don't know where my socket went. I must have put it away. I did. Another awesome thing about these M2C wheel nuts is that they're flanged. So it's a lot easier to, it don't fall to the bottom. Guess I should have grabbed my extension while I was in there. I got the drop C's today. Okay, 2 more to go. Okay guys, so there it is. The Proline Badlands with 17 mil are back on. You can see that 17 mil in there. Man, these shocks, I'm just so impressed with how these shocks feel. I mean, they're doing exactly what I want them to do. There's gonna be a tad more weight to it by the time I get done with the M2C chassis brace, get the Garage Life RC stuff, get the receiver and the new ESC in it, which is what I'm gonna do next. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the video for you guys right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and just work on getting the bash bar on. I'll get the receiver in, I'll get the ESC in, I'll get the servo in, and then I'll bring you back and show you with everything done, and I'll end the video from there. So see you guys in just a few. Okay squad, we're back and the big rock is done. Well, it's done for as far as I can go today. Like I said, I'm still needing some Garage Life RC battery straps for this thing. I run the 300mm ones on all my cars, as you guys already know, and I also need the Garage Life RC servo saver kit. I don't have that in this car yet. Get this body off. Now, I've noticed that when taking these bodies on and off, that occasionally it can get hung up, but it usually happens when I try to lift them both up at one time. So I've been staying focused on push the front and release it, and then the back, and I don't have any problems. And I think it has to do with the way these grooves are, because if you lift this one up, then the back one can just kind of slide out this way. So body's off, guys. This thing is an absolute animal. I'm so excited to get this thing out and bash. I love the Big Rock 3S line. I love the Vortex. These are some of my favorite cars. Now that's just me. I know a lot of guys out there really like the 6S cars. They like them a little bigger, a little heavier, a little more powerful. But for me, I mean, any RC car that's doing 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, that's pretty fast. And these cars will go just as fast and do just the same thing as the big cars. The bigger cars, yes, you need 6S power because they weigh so much more than these things. So you need more power. You don't need as much in these, and pushing these things on 4S is really pumping juice to them. With that being said, this has a 4S system in it. This has the 4S system that was in my Mojave. That is exactly the system that's in here. So a 2400 kV motor, the 120 amp Spectrum ESC. Now, I got a Dumbo RC receiver down inside of here now, so I can run it on my DDF 350. It's coming down to being one of my favorite remotes I've used. I actually got rid of my DX5 to get that. I also got, can't really see it in there very well because the side guards really hide it, but I have the brand new camo edition DB961WP servo from Hitec. Probably one of the most amazing servos I've ever seen in my life. This bad boy also has the M2C chassis brace on it. As you guys can clearly see, we just got that installed. I already showed you that I got the 6S suspension hanger kit installed on this thing. So 6S hinge pins, got the M2C aluminum hinge pin retainers. This bad boy also has TLR tuned Typhon shocks on it. Like I said, I did nothing to these shocks. I legitimately got these things and I installed them right on the truck as I got them. And I know that's not 30 feet, but that's mint, guys. M2C motor mount. I do have the 4S diffs in here. I already had a set, so I swapped them out when I did the suspension arms. On these shocks though, I will throw up some pictures of what I use to mount these on the top end because the hole's so much bigger. I actually used the rubber insert that came with the EXB. A lot of people say use the axial rubber bushing, probably really the same thing. I used that, and then I shoved a metal ball end inside of it, which I believe that metal ball end is technically the ball end for the bottom of the stock 3S shocks. I just used the metal version on the top. And these things are not going anywhere. I mean, they're not so solid that they don't have any flex because of the rubber, but there's no wiggle to them, guys. Super impressed. So basically all there is now, guys, is to get out there and test it. Now, when I put my servo on, I went ahead and did the old super glue trick because I didn't have the servo saver, just to make it a little firmer until I can get it. And that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out all the links below. M2C parts, Hitec parts, Garage Life RC parts, all be linked below. Everything I've done to this thing will be linked below. And if you guys haven't had a chance to hit that like button, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. If you're not a subscriber and you just found the channel because you were trying to figure out a way to get 17 millimeters on your 3S Arrmas, hit that subscribe button. We got a ton coming, guys. Until next time, guys, my name's Mike. This is the Arrma Big Rock, and we are RC for us.